When you're working on the slide timing troubles, I recommend zooming in to 100% to better see the data and the table that you're typing in. When you're completing the slide, the first thing to do is see what food item you're starting with. Let's look at the example that's done for us. Corn is our first food item. We want to see how long it takes to prepare the corn and cook the corn. Let's go up to our data table and find those values. Looks like it takes 5 minutes to prepare the corn, maybe 5 minutes to wash it and take off the husk, and then it's going to take 26 minutes to cook in the oven. In order to figure out how much time we need to prepare and cook, we want to combine or add those two values. So you'll type in your equation. It's going to be an addition equation since we're combining the values. And 5 plus 26 is going to equal 31 minutes. You can always use scratch paper or a whiteboard to figure this out if you need to. Some of them will be mental math, some of them you'll want to show your work. Next thing you want to do is figure out what time to actually start making your dish. We know that dinner needs to be served at 6 o'clock for our guests, and we want to time it perfectly so that all dishes come out of the oven at exactly 6 p.m. Now, this is the part you may want to go over to slide 4 and use the online clock app. If you click here, it'll take you to this app. The first thing you want to do here is put a clock on the screen. I recommend using the geared hands clock because it's automatically going to move the hands with you. Now, this clock is set at 12 o'clock, but if we know dinner needs to be ready at 6 p.m., let's start there and work backwards. And when I say work backwards, I'm going to count back 31 minutes and see what time I end up with. So, like I said, let's go ahead and move the clock to 6 p.m. You have to move the minute hand out of the way and then take the hour hand. Notice the minutes are moving for me, right? As I hit 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, the minutes hand moves. There we go. Starting at 6 o'clock. Now, I want to count backwards 31 minutes. I could go 1, 2, 3, and move 1 minute at a time. But let's be a little more efficient. You could maybe move by 5-minute increments at a time. So it looked like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 31. Okay, I've moved backwards 31 minutes. So now I just need to read this clock and see what time it is currently showing. Well, I know the shorthand is the hour hand, and that hour hand is between the 5 and the 6. Since it's between the 5 and the 6, it's in the 5 o'clock hour because it hasn't hit the 6 yet. So this clock is showing 5 as the hour, and then I use the long hand to see the minutes. Now remember, each of the values on the face clock represents 5 minutes. So I always start at the 12 and I count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I look at each tick mark in between to see the minutes beyond those increments of 5. So if this hand was at the 5, I know it would be at 5:25, but there's a few more little notches. So it's 26, 27, 28, 29. This clock is showing 5:29. I can go back over to my table and enter that in under time to start making. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good luck. I hope all of your items come out on time. Enjoy!